Hello guys, and today we will get to know everything about bokeh. Yes, bokeh, aka depth of field or blurry background. And to explain you everything about this, I'm going to use two cameras. It's APS-C and a full frame camera, a 6700 and A7C, and I will use three lenses. The first one is 24 to 105 f4. The second is 11mm f1.8, it's a APS-C lens, and the third is 135mm f1.8 from Samyang. And okay, let's go straight to the point. The first one thing that is important is the sensor size, and of course the full frame sensor is better for you because you have to multiply APS-C sensor and you have to multiply focal length and multiply also the depth of field. So that's how it looks like. And right now we are going to see the same frames on the APS-C and full frame, and the camera and the subject, in here it's a mobile phone, they are all the time in the same place. So this is how the bokeh looks like on the APS-C, and right now we are on a full frame. You have to mention that on the APS-C it was 70mm, and right now we've got 105mm. It's because equivalent of the focal length we have to count because of the APS-C sensor. And right now let's take a look side by side. When we are making the same frame on the full frame and the APS-C, we've got in both samples f4, but because of the full frame we can see a little bit of more background blur. So that's the first thing that you have to take care if you want to get just amazing bokeh. The next one is the distance from the subject. So in generally speaking, the rule is very simple. The closer you are to the subject, the more background blur you will get. And right now I will show you this on 11mm f1.8 on A6700. So it's equivalent of 16mm, so it's an ultra wide angle lens, and in this case it's very easy to spot the differences when I'm going closer to our model today. So it's a squirrel. Welcome the squirrel today, and we will be working with us in this video. And you can see that when we are getting closer and closer, look how the trees are getting more blur. The next example is on A7C and 70mm f4, and let's take a look. And I'm just getting a little bit closer every time and just see how the background is more blurred every time. So it's very easy to spot, I think. Also the subject is getting bigger in the frame, so you have to find a right and gold spot for you to just take your frame exactly as you want. Very important also is the distance from the background. So the more close you are to the background, then you have less background blur. So you have to take care of this, that the background is as much as possible far away from your subject. So right now let's take a look on the squirrel. He, I don't know, is right now kinda close to our subject, and I'm putting it away from the subject, and you can see how much more blurry it's getting with every few meters I'm going to put it. And right now we are not able to see what is it. It's just an orange spot in the background. So this is how it looks, and so I think that it's kinda easy to spot. Right now I am using Samyang 135mm f1.8, and it's of course set to f1.8, and the mobile phone is taking around 30% of the frame in terms of white side. And I'm getting closer with our model. You can see that it's in focus once again. And of course the f-stop number and the aperture is also very important. So the rule is very easy: the lower the f number is, the more bokeh you will get. So the best is f1.4, of course, f1.8, f2.8, f4. And let's take a look how the background blur and the depth of field is changing when I am setting the aperture to the different levels. We are already on f2.8 at 135mm on a full frame. It still looks very good. It looks great generally, so you have nothing to complain about this level of background blur. And you have to also keep in mind that even if you have f6.3 right now, it's still looking good and it's kinda usable. So if you have some sport telephoto lens or something like that with f6.3, I'm not thinking that you should be worried about, because it can give you still good amount of bokeh. So right now let's go to f13, and in this situation we are getting more details in the background right now. So it's getting clear that the higher the f number, you are getting the less background blur. And once again, let's go to the f1.8, and it's that simple and easy as you can see right now. And the next thing that we have to take care about is the focal length. And the higher the focal length is, the more background blur you will see. So let's take like 16, 24, 35. As you can see, is less bokeh, and the higher the number, the more bokeh you will get. And in these examples you will see all the shots taken at f4, and on the white side, as you can see, we also have more background and we have wider field of view, and it's also causing that we have more details in the background. And right now I'm pulling back to get the same frame of the subject, so the subject is still the same in the frame. I'm getting a little bit to the back to get the same perspective of my subject, and you can see how the background is changing. And in general, 105 f4, I very like this kind of image, so it's great for me. And it's also the point I decided to buy 24 to 105 f4. And right now I will give you some pro tip that f1.8 and the very low f-stop is not always the best answer. And look, right now everything is almost blurry in this image. The hairs is blurry, the wings are blurry, and when I'm raising the aperture, look how much more details and sharpness I'm getting to the image. So in this situation, when I'm kind of close to this angel at f5.6 or maybe even at f8, the image was the best quality, I think. Okay, and Mr. Squirrel, thank you for teaching us today. I hope that you will like, subscribe and comment below. And if we have to make some summary, you have to follow these 5 steps to get the best bokeh possible. So it's to get a full frame, be as close to the subject as possible, take care that your background is kind of far away from the subject, use low f-stops number, and at least go to the telephoto focal length to also get more bokeh and more this compression. So guys, that's everything for today. I hope that you will like, subscribe and comment below. Thank you for watching. See ya.